In this video, I'm going to walk you step by step on how to create a resume from scratch without using any templates that restrict you. And you'll be able to do this with no problem within 30 minutes or less. In this video, we're going to use Google Docs. So there's a couple of ways you can access Google Docs. So in the right-hand corner, you have these dots, which gives you access to the Google Apps, and you can click on Google Drive. And then it's going to load, you're going to access the Google Drive. You could also type in, which is what I do often, which is drive.google.com, and it takes you to the same place. So the first thing you're going to want to do is click on New and Google Doc, because you want to open up a new doc. I'm going to increase this so you can see my screen a little better. And I'm going to save it as SNR2. So now, one of the first things you're going to want to do is, as we said in the previous video, your name, your phone number, your email address, your LinkedIn profile. So what we can do is we can go here, align and indent, and we can go to center. And I'll put my name just so you can see it. I'll press enter. And then I'm going to enter a phone number. Okay. And then I'm going to put this little symbol here. And I'm going to put an email address. Put that little symbol. And I don't want this hyperlinked at all. So I'm going to right click and remove link because I don't want it hyperlinked. And then you put here your LinkedIn, okay, URL, whatever that URL is. And you press enter again. We're going to line it back to the left. So now, remember in our previous video, we said there's a structure to a resume. So the first thing we're going to want to put here is all caps and put skills. But remember I said this can also be profile. It can also be summary. It can also be qualifications, core competency, etc., etc., etc. Okay, any one of those. Just don't use objectives. Okay, that's the most important thing. So we're going to press enter a couple of times. Then we're going to go down to experience. We're going to press enter a couple of times. And then we're going to type education. So we have a basic framework of a resume. Now, normally most people would say start with your skills. Keep in mind, if you have very little experience, you don't really know what your skills are. So what I always recommend is start with your experience. So I'm just going to hit enter one time. And so let's say you have 0 experience. You're in school and you're trying to figure out, how do I create this resume? Here's the thing. Some people would tell you to put the term work experience here, but you have no work experience, but you may have experience. So delete that and stick with the term experience. It's very broad, general, and you can include a lot of things under experience. Doesn't necessarily have to be work experience, but it is experience. That's a key factor. Okay. Don't put work in front of it. If you have 0 work experience, put experience. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to create this example, and I'm going to, as I'm doing it, I'm going to talk to you as I'm typing it so you know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to work in reverse. So resumes are usually from the present experience going back. So I'm going to do it from the present going back. So you see how it's done. So I am making this up as I go, but I am thinking of a specific person as I do this, just so you know. This is a real person, but it's not pre-planned. I'm just going to type it up so you can see how it's done. So we're going to do FMS. Now, I'm pressing the tab key over, okay? I'm going to press it over to 5. If you notice, it's aligning up to 5. Now you can set a left tab. There's a whole bunch of stuff you can do. I'm just going to tell you, stick with the tab key for now, because until you understand how to use left, right, center tab up here, it's going to stress you out. So press the tab key, and I'm going to put, okay, Round Rock, Texas. I'm going to hit enter. Now, what experience is this? I didn't say what job title. I said, what experience is this? So the experience is robotics team member. And what was the start date? 9/23 to present. So, as a robotics team member, what did this person do? They collaborate with team members to build, design, and program robots. Okay. What else did this person do? Identify problems, analyze them, and develop solutions. Develop solutions to improve robot performance. All right. Fix the analyze. So, you're probably thinking, oh man, I can't think of all of this. No. See, that's where you run into problems. Because here's where that master resume come in handy. If you actually follow the steps I gave you in part 1 and part 2, and you created that master resume in part 1, you added more information in part 2, then you don't have to come off the top of your head like I'm doing right now. Because all you have to do is reference that master resume and just start pulling information from it. This is not about being perfect. This is about just getting this information into this document, and we'll format it later. I mean, we're doing some basic formatting now because we did center, we did add some bullets, and we did press the tab to get the city and state and the date over. So that's basic formatting. And we'll do a little more formatting in a minute. But I want you to get focused on just getting the information on here and not focusing on, is it perfect? Is it right? How does it sound? That's what you don't want to do. For right now, you want to take what's on that master resume and some things that come to you and type that onto the document. Okay, that's important. So now, this is the present. So what was the experience before this? So we got elementary, KM Elementary School. That was the same thing, Round Rock. I want you to see me type this because I want you to see how long it takes. This is Student Council. Oops, Council. And this is, what year was that for that person? 9/22 to 6/23. I believe that was. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to do a bullet. Okay? Now, what did this person do as student council? Well, they provided input and help to plan events and activities for in-school and after-school events with the PTA, principal, and teachers. Okay. After school. So there we go. So this is what, now see, when you think of experience, right, you go, oh, I actually have some experience. No, you do. You have some experience. It's not necessarily work experience, right? But you have some experience. And then this person also volunteered At events, helping to ensure sure students and parents enjoy themselves. Okay, just coming up top of my head. That's Alamo Bullet. I don't know. Okay, this is one more thing. Raised and lowered the USA and state flags. Okay. So all I did was press enter twice after this. It takes me down. There's one more. So I don't have to actually type this next one because it's similar to this. So I can highlight this, right? Right click. I can copy it. There's always 3 ways to copy and paste, just so you know. On the keyboard, I'm going to hold down the control key, CTRL, and press paste. So that way, what I just copy, I just paste it right below because it's the same place. The only thing that's going to change is this. Okay. So it's going to be choir number. And that's going to be from 921 to 623. I'm going to hit the bullet. And so what this, let me see, practice. Okay. Practice and learned 2 new songs a week. Now I'm going to do something. And I'll explain why in a minute. Participated in choir events during school and after school. Okay. And write song lyrics and play the piano by ear with no formal training. When you have no experience, you have to pull from what you're currently doing. And what you're currently doing are things that are within school, maybe after school activities. You know, maybe you're playing sports, maybe you're involved in cheerleading, maybe it doesn't matter what it is. It's all experience, just not work experience. You understand that? So the last thing we're going to do here, we go down to education, and then we're just going to put the schools. We're going to put current one is FMS. Okay, FMS. FMS school. And you got KM elementary school. I can put the date here because that was from 9/21 to 6/23. And this one is from 9/23 to present. All right. And so the last thing left for us to do is add some skills. Now, this is why I saved this for last, especially if you have no work experience. Because as you type this, you're going to start to realize, I do have some experience. All right. All right. So then, because I have this experience, I actually have some skills. Well, what skills do you have? Well, look at this. Collaborate, build, design, identify, provide. So if you look at the very first experience you have, you clearly have strong communication and organizational skills. Okay. Let's do this. Organizational and problem solving. Can't type, but that's okay. And problem solving skills. What else do you have? Let's look down. Provide input. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So we got experience planning and coordinating school events. I just right click and it gives me the proper spelling. When we want to add one more, we can if we want to. We don't have to. Okay, this is good enough. So as you can see, we have a completed resume. Now, we've done some basic formatting. Let's go a little further to format this. I'm just going to highlight, select with the mouse. I'm going to bold it. I'm going to raise that to 14. I'm going to bold this as well. I'm going to bold this. I'm going to bold this. And I'm going to bold this. Now, the other thing you're going to want to look at, I'm going to go right here, skills. Then I'm going to insert horizontal line. Hold on, that didn't come out right. Put it at the end. All right, go to insert horizontal line. So now we got a horizontal line. Same thing, insert horizontal line. Now we got a horizontal line. Okay, take off those extra spaces. Well, I can leave that one. All I did for that was press Control Z to undo it. And go here, go to insert horizontal line. Okay. Remember, when you're using Google Drive, it's automatically saving for you, so you don't have to save. If this was Microsoft Word, even though you have it set to save every 3, 4, 5 minutes, I'm always clicking the save button just to make sure I don't lose anything. So now what we want to do is go through each of these and bold it. Is there a quicker way to do this? Of course there is. But we're not worrying about quick right now. What we're looking at now is how do you create a resume quickly that represents what you bring to the table when you do not have any experience whatsoever. And so you pull from your school experience. You pull from what you are doing in school because it's experience. And during those experiences that you're having, you're developing a skill set. You don't realize you are, but you are. And it's not always skills that you learn in the classroom. It's the extracurricular activities that's helping you to develop these social skills, these communication skills, these networking skills, these negotiation skills, right? So you're developing all these skills, not realizing it's valuable. This is the stuff that's valuable to employers. Let me say this, because I want to be very clear about this. We're going to create this resume in less than the 30 minutes that I promised you. Trust me, you're going to see that because we're almost done. But the thing you have to remember is when an employer looks to hire you, there are certain things they can't train you on. Like there's certain skills that you have to bring to the table. Like they can't teach you how to be courteous. They can't teach you how to communicate effectively. Like it's just certain things you have to bring. They can't really teach you how to be nice to customers. Like either you're someone who's genuinely nice and like people or you just don't. So it's just some things you're going to have to bring. And a lot of those things you're going to learn over time. So don't stress about, oh, I don't have skills. No, you have valuable skills. Remember we said soft skills or durable skills or hard skills or perishable skills. You know, those skills are needed by employers. And I'll break down what they are in a future video. So now that we did all of this, we're going to highlight, select the experience. And you see this item here, increase indent. We're going to do that. So now you're looking at, oh man, it messed up. Don't worry about that. Because remember, we hit tab, right? So we can just go back one time and then I can press delete and it'll all come back. So I'm a backspace here, press delete here. I'm going to backspace here, press delete here, because it's going to come back. And it's, as you can see, it's lined up. Okay. This is indented. I'm going to indent this as well. Okay. So I'm going to do an increase indent. And I'm going to line that back up because I want all of these dates and stuff to line up. And I'm going to bold that. I can press Control B if I wanted to do that, but I'm not. I want to show you what I'm doing. And so as you can see, now, is this a perfect resume? Absolutely not. But is it good enough? Absolutely. It is good enough. Why? You have no work experience, but you have experience. Okay? So what I want you to do, these are your action steps right now. I want you to do exactly what I just did. Rewind this video, go back to the beginning, and step by step, follow exactly what I did. If you see me start typing in the name, you pause, you type in your name, you hit enter. Okay? When you saw me go to Google Drive, you pause and you open up another window or tab and you go to Google Drive. Like, follow it step by step. You do not need a resume template. This is the best option for you. You have so much freedom and flexibility to create a resume like this that is presentable, that is readable, that employers were able to find what they're looking for. Like, for example, strong communication, organizational problem solving. I can put strong customer service, communication, organizational, and problem solving skills. How can I put customer service? Because remember, student council, they volunteered at events, helping people to ensure they had a good time. That's customer service. So I don't want you to ever think I don't have skills, I don't have experience. You do. This is one of the easiest ways I can show you how to create a resume. Now, what happens is, as you get work experience, let's say, for example, you work at a local store and you work there for 2 years. All you really have to do is go here, hit enter twice, come up, and then using the same format, enter that information here. The name of the store, location, what was your job title, when did you start, is it still present or did it end? Hit enter, add a bullet point, you're good to go. That's all you have to do. And then what you can do is, since you got this new job here, then you probably can take this one off because you don't need it now. Because now you got a paid position here. And as you get new jobs, you can start taking off this unpaid stuff experience one by one as you get different jobs. Or maybe you get a promotion in that job. So you have the initial role that you had, and then right above that, you have the new role that you have. So now that's 2 roles within one company. So you can knock off 2 of these, and then this will be the last one left. And you just keep doing that until you don't really need any of this anymore, because now you have more work experience. So this is, honestly, this is the easiest way I know to create a resume, especially using Google Docs, because you can access it on your phone. And one of the reasons why I like Google Docs, I like OneDrive too, but I have all my data in Google Docs, because if I meet someone, they go, oh, could you send me a copy of your resume? I can access everything on my phone. I can share it with them as long as I got their email address, and I can send it immediately. No problem. I could do the same thing with OneDrive. The thing is, I don't have Microsoft products on my phone. I'm Android. So, I have no, outside of the Windows Authenticator thing, the Microsoft Authenticator. That's the only thing I have on my phone. That's Microsoft, to be honest. On my computer, yes, I have all of that. So you know how to create a resume. Remember, your action step is to follow exactly what I just did in this video. Go to your Gmail account, click the 3 dots on the left-hand side. Well, not 3 dots, the dots on the right-hand side, which gives you access to the Google Apps. Click on Drive, go to New, Google Doc, give it a name, and start working on your resume. That is your action step right now. I'm not a good typist. I don't care. Woody Woodpecker, do what you got to. Get it done. Because you're now going to be able to create a resume for yourself. And once you're done, you can have somebody review it. That's not a problem. But don't ever think you cannot do this. You can do this. So I showed you in less than 30 minutes. Maybe it takes you an hour. But guess what? You're following step by step with me. So pause. You do it. Then you come back and you start playing. And then you pause and you do it. This is why I created this video. So this is the third part, okay, of how to create a resume with no work experience. I hope you enjoyed it. I got a ton of good videos coming up. But what I want to know in the comments below is, do you feel comfortable creating a resume now? Tell me honestly, are you in a position now where you see how you can do this, you feel comfortable doing it, and let me know if you're grateful. Ask me any questions about resumes. Just post your questions in the comments. I'm always here to help you. And just know, if I see your question and I'm like, man, I know people who have this question, I'll gladly create a video just for you based on the question that you submit. And then you can share it with your friends and go, man, he answered my question. I'm here to help. Bottom line, I'm here to help. So if you need my help, post a question down below, and definitely look out for the next video, because I'm not going to even tell you what it's going to be, but you're going to see it pop up at the end of this video. And watch it. Trust me, watch it, because I'm going to keep adding more and more content that's going to assist you to move from where you are to where you want to go. So you take care and you be safe.